far out of the way as I can so I'm not singeing that. Oops. And if you talk and breathe into the flame, you burn your whole fly. Hello and welcome to AvidMax Tying Tuesdays. I'm Brady and today we're going to tie a Mysis shrimp. We're going to start this fly off with an awesome nymph hook from TMCO. This is the 3761. I'm doing a size 16 today, probably the largest size that you'd want to do of the Mysis. The thread we're going to be using today is 12-aught white Vivus. Then I'm going to use a little bit of superfine dry fly dubbing just in white, and then some crystal flash and some mono for the eyes, just some 4X mono to do the eyes with. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here is just start our thread after we have our hook set in our vise there, and we'll just do our locking wraps right on top, but we're not going to go too far back on this because we'll come back and tie our eyes in right away here. So pretty close to the front, maybe just about a hook eye in distance back, and then we're going to take our piece of mono and we're going to tie this right on top. So I'm going to just do a couple of X wraps right over top of it to make sure that it's secured in place on top of the hook shank. And then we can do some figure eights and kind of go in front of it and behind and just make sure that it's nice and secure and not going to move around or twist around or do any of that business. So once we're happy with that, we can take our thread right onto the back, making a nice thread base right about to where that bend goes, maybe just a little bit down the bend. And then I'm going to measure out and clip out for my eyes. So with this mono, you want it to be about the length, the hook shanked in length, so I just kind of pull it forward and estimate that. And you end up with it looking like that. From there, we're going to come in and burn both eyes. So I find that in doing this, I like to burn it consistently all the way down the first try. If I kind of go halfway down and then try and melt it again, it just doesn't tend to look right, and I always end up burning too much and whatnot. So do the same method on both sides here. And to help not get your thread in there, I'm just going to put it back on the material holder. If you don't have a material holder, like on this mongoose, you can just kind of hold it in your hand out of the way here, and I just hold it on the opposite side that I'm going to be burning there. So we'll go ahead and make that happen. And same thing on the opposite side here. I'm going to burn this one just a little bit more to match them. There we go. So we ended up with a couple of nice mono eyes there. So now that I have my eyes kind of the size that I want, I'm going to go ahead and color them with a Sharpie. So I'm just going to come in with the Sharpie and blacken them out nicely here. And if you get a little bit of Sharpie on your thread, it's okay, you're going to come back and cover that all up with dubbing anyhow, so not too much to be worried about there. And rotary vices are great for this because you can flip it over and make sure that you got it all covered. There we are. From there we can add our flashing material here. This is going to work both as an attractant and also to imitate the legs on the Mysis. And I'm just going to trim out 5 or 6 strands there, just like so. And see here. And I clip them all to length as well. So this material also acts as the tail of the Mysis shrimp. So I'm going to measure just about that hook shank, transfer that measurement into my other hand, and then we can tie it in right on the back here. Just like so. It was a little short there, so I'm going to pull them and go a little bit further out. That looks good. Now I'm going to jump in front of it, and we can use our material holder again to keep that out of the way as we go to dub our body. So this is an awesome little Mysis pattern developed by Roy Palm. He's a royalty tyer from Umpqua Feather Merchants. Has a few patterns with them. This one's kind of a must-have here in Colorado if you're fishing tailwaters that the reservoirs hold Mysis shrimp, because those fish are constantly gorging themselves on them. So we'll create a nice little dubbing noodle with our white superfine dubbing here. And start to create our body. So I'm just going to work right behind that crystal flash and then on forward. Just slightly tapering this body as I go. And as always with dubbing, start with small amount and work your way up. It's always easier to go that way than it is to take dubbing off. See, the eyes are moving around a little bit on me, but that's okay because I'm going to lock them in when I go up there to finish off. So a little more dubbing, almost there. There we go. All right, now that we're all the way back up to where our eyes were, we're going to bring that flash, the crystal flash, on up and over. So now that we're happy with our dubbing there on our body and we're almost up to the hook eye, or to the eyes rather, I'm going to take this crystal flash and I'm going to pull it right on forward. And I'm going to go ahead and sneak in front of the eyes with it and just capture it lightly. And then I'm going to allow it to kind of bevel up over the top there, just kind of creating almost like an exoskeleton for this Mysis. Just the illusion that it's a little bit bigger than it really is. And then from there, we're going to kind of split this crystal flash and pull it down back underneath the eyes. Let's see if I can do this all in one shot. There we are. So we'll hold it back and I'm just going to capture it down with my thread here. And make sure that it's kind of pointing downward. It's going to act as kind of the legs. I like it also because it sort of acts as a weed guard, having this stiff material right in front of your hook point. But then we'll just give it a nice clean thread head here, make sure everything's secured like so. And then we can go ahead and pull our flash down and we're going to trim it out just past where that hook point is. Right about like so. And then from there all we have to do is whip finish it. We'll add some Zap-A-Gap, make it nice and durable. There's our completed Mysis shrimp. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see us tie in the future, please drop us a comment in the lines below. For more fly fishing and outdoor related videos, be sure to subscribe to the AvidMax YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.